He's married with 3 children. He has a legal green card. However, upon his conviction, ICE has agreed to relook at him because he's not a U.S. citizen, but he has a green card to be here. He traveled to have sex with a 15-year-old girl. He told his boss, now he lied to his boss too, by the way, I just thought I'd share that with you, that he needed to go get some medicine. I guess he didn't realize that his medicine that he'll get will be at the county jail. But he was a jolly old soul. He said, when I get out of this, I'd like to be a detective. I really would. He said, I like your work. I don't know if he's trying to, grease us up or if he's just a nut job. Doesn't make any difference. He's going to the county jail. Aston Mack, he's 35 from Deltona. He wanted sex with a 15-year-old girl. He ran from us. Can you believe that? That wasn't nice, but he did. He thought he was talking up a deal with a family member. Well, I'll pay you and I have sex with a child. What? What are you thinking? Now, he worked for the Opportunity Community Ability Group, OCA, in Orange County. And that's a group that helps special needs children. They say he never had any contact by himself with the children. Mostly he was admin support. But I want to brag on OCA the second that we notified them. They terminated him. They were totally cooperative. They were mortified. They were glad that we found him and arrested him. But he's in jail, charged with human trafficking. Matthew Klein is 48. He's a receptionist at Guard Law Legal Group in Lakeland. He shouldn't have to go far to find an attorney to represent him. He wanted to have sex with a 14-year-old male. He thought the child was home alone. He admitted that he had had sex before with children. That's still under investigation. He was also looking for children on 2 different apps. We found him really working hard to find children. He traveled and he, by the way, neglected to tell us in our undercover capacity that, oh, by the way, when I have sex with you, I'm HIV positive, which that is a criminal violation of law in the state of Florida, not to notify your partner that you are HIV positive. But there are several things before I go on to the others that I think you should know, because these people are unbelievable. I picked out a few of their quotes I thought I'd share with you. You'll get a 10-star rating for customer service. This is really awesome. Not for me, but for y'all. Oh, by the way, can I do my volunteer time with you guys? No. This guy said I had the option of going to church or coming here. I picked here. So, wrong choice. He had a chance to be in church, talking with Jesus, worshiping, doing what's right. Instead, he wanted to be on his knees in a brothel. I don't understand it. Just thinking out loud. Altar, brothel, altar, brothel. This guy was a realist. Well, this is God's sign not to do this. He thought that was a bad idea. And just thinking, God spoke directly to him. It's amazing how God comes in clear focus when you're under arrest. I used to always say, Jesus lives in the county jail because everybody I took there found him. So this guy says, oh, we're in Polk County? My friend was just arrested here last night. You got to be kidding me. Now, I'm going to start to introduce you to some of these morons. But here's the one that I think is just super cool. This is like mother, like daughter. So we're talking to a mom. She's 48, Sherry Pena. She's on public assistance. She's living at a DV shelter in Central Florida. She drove her daughter, Haley Pena, 23, to have sex. When we ask her, you're a mother to this young lady? What are you thinking? She said, oh, whoa, wait a minute. I just thought I was taking her to buy drugs. Oh, that's better. You know, you're taking her to her drug dealer, right? So anyway, the mother and daughter were also arrested in 2024 for battery over 65 years of age person. She's arrested. Did I tell you she's on felony probation already? Yep. That's right. She's on felony probation. So that's just a little color there, but let's get to the stack and go through real quickly, and then we'll turn it over to our colleagues here. Oh, some other things. Let me get this out of the way. All right, I'm going to go through these. How about Jason Bathis from 43 from Davenport? This is our human trafficking and prostitution folks. He's charged with offering to commit. This Jason Bathis, okay? When he walks in, you think, well, I have set up a deal with an ugly woman. And I think you would all agree that this guy's an ugly woman, right? This is what you really get when the makeup comes off. This is Jason Bathis. Now, I want you to think about this a minute, okay? You decide that you're going to hook up with a woman. She comes in, and she's already uglier than a mud fence, right? And then, as you start to engage, you find out, hey, this dudette is a dude, and look what he really looks like. Yeah, he looks like he should have been in a Scarface movie someplace. I don't know. This is what's happening. People think they're getting this, and many times they're getting a really bad guy. So this is the before and after, you know. When you find them in the bar at night, you know, you try to drink them pretty, and you wake up the next morning and you see this. Yeah, that's what we call Rolex ugly. Rolex ugly is you wake up the next morning and they're laying on your arm and your Rolex is there and you just chew your arm off and leave the Rolex. You just got to get out of there. You don't care about the Rolex. But that's the kind of people we're going to talk about today. Then there's a Darius Taylor. He's 34. He played at Lake Gibson High School football. Went on to have an outstanding career in the NFL. He played for the Carolina Panthers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Cleveland Browns, and he was a linebacker. But listen, the dude made a lot of mistakes. He not only brought his 6-year-old child to the operation, but he left his 6-year-old child in the car when he went to do the operation. The 6-year-old child has a lot of medical issues, and he left this child alone that should have never been left alone because of medical conditions. DCF was on site, took possession of the child immediately, found mom. Mom came and got the child. The child is doing fine. This guy here, you know, obviously he must have hit one too many people as a linebacker because his brain cells are scrambled. He shouldn't have shown up in the first place, but to leave that child, my goodness. So he picked up a child neglect charge along with everything else. Then there's David Michael. He's 35. He's a medical doctor for Orlando Health. He showed up. He's got dual citizenship. He's also from the country of Egypt. And he decided to, hey, you know, I'm not saving any lives or making people feel better tonight, so I'll go make sure I feel better by going to this house of ill repute that turned out being law enforcement officers from all over Central Florida doing what's right. Then there's Namish Patel. Namish is 53. He's an event planner. He didn't plan on this event, but he is an event planner. He's on public assistance. Yep. We asked him, dude, what are you doing here? He says, you know, my wife's being treated for cancer at Moffitt. Well, number one, if you have cancer, there's not a better place, any place, than Moffitt, okay? Highly recommend that. But since she's being treated, I thought I'd just show up here. You got to be kidding me, man. You're not home taking care of your wife, somebody who's done everything for you. You're out scally-dogging around, and your wife's sick. Nasty people. Then there's Patrick Dang. He's 40. He's from Newport Richey. He's married. And he owns Dang Good Sushi in Trinity, Florida. Yeah. He came for a dang good time, but it didn't work out that way. Next time you go there and get sushi, you may want to make sure that he's wearing gloves or washed his hands. And by the way, I had some law enforcement officers that had been at his restaurant, said it was pretty good sushi. Alphonse Ibua, 37. He's an IT tech for Paragon Systems, and he's contracted by the federal government. He's married. He's an 8-year Army vet. His wife thought he was at the gym. Well, he was going to do some exercise, I got to admit that, until he found out it was us. So we ask him, okay, why did you do this? Well, my wife's indisposed this week, so I just thought I'd come down here for some stress relief. Well, his wife ain't happy. Just thought I'd add that. And he went to jail. Then there's Jonathan Epstein, who's 38. He's a Walmart manager. Now, he came and he said, I'll pay extra because I don't want to wear any protection. Well, that's just dandy, I guess next time you go to Walmart, and he greets you, hi, I'm here for, you can say, you have any protection? Ahmad Ansat, 22, he's a registered nurse for Tampa General. And Tampa General, by the way, I didn't come here to advertise all these wonderful places, and they're professional places. Tampa General, if you get very sick or have a significant injury, you want to make your way to Tampa General. It's top of the line. Not so with him, but the rest of them do good. Isaac Torrado de Jesus, he's 28. He's unemployed. Now, he's going to spend money, understand, but he's unemployed, okay? And you go, Well, his wife at that moment in time is working at Lakeland Regional Health. She's 8 months pregnant, working while he is spending money because he's unemployed, right? Spending her money on prostitutes. When we asked him why, he said, I had a lot of spare time. Okay, I don't even know how to explain that. Then there's Arthur Lark II, 54, from Haines City. He's married. He was charged with soliciting sex. But this guy has, instead of doing minor crimes and working up, he did major crimes and is working down. He was first arrested in Orange County in 1990 during a drug beef. He shot at his person he was fussing with and missed and hit and killed a 16-year-old boy. An innocent person he killed. Now, while he's in jail and they're doing an investigation, jail and prison, they determined that he had also committed a 1989 murder. And in that one, he and some friends were trying to steal a vehicle. A neighbor came home and said, hey, they're stealing my neighbor's vehicle. So he confronted them. Lark pulled a gun out. The neighbor says, whoa, this is all the good news I can stand in one day. He turns and runs. Lark chases him down and kills him for trying to be a good neighbor. He did 26 years in prison. That sounds significant, but it's only 13 years for each murder, and one is an innocent kid that he missed and hit, and the other is a neighbor that was trying to help, and now he's out and involved again.